Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful start to your Tuesday. We're going to be breaking down what has occurred and how we ended the month of January. The first month of 2023 has been put to a close. Put it in the books, mark it on your calendar. We are closing it out with an inside month that's still inside of December's range from last month. We're going to be breaking down the monthly, going down to the weekly, down to the daily, down into our 30 minutes time frame. See how we did on the intraday, what occurred, and how I traded it. So first and foremost, right now we're in a large monthly balance. Nothing's changed, still a monthly. However, did have an inside month, so we'll be looking to come out of the inside month to either the upside or to the downside post Fed tomorrow. I think that'll have a big impact on how the market is going, as well as I think we have a couple FANG earnings coming out as well, so things of that nature should uh, possibly play a factor. However, we do have an intermediate metal, a level right here at 41.41, a level we want to be aware of, a level we want to find acceptance over on our monthly. If we do get acceptance above this level, um, they needs acceptance. Right, so we need acceptance over this 41.41 level. It's a big level on our monthly and our weekly and our daily. We need to get acceptance over that. If we do, I believe we have a good chance at testing what I am calling my monthly high. You can call your monthly high this and say 41.41 is your monthly high, and you'll be breaking out of balance once you get out of that to the upside. Either way will coincide once we take out what I'm calling my monthly balance high back from August of last year at 43.2750. We get above that, then I'll call the monthly up, start one time framing up. Until then, I think I'm just going to continue to call this balance, needing to get acceptance coming out of the inside month above this 41.41 level, big level there. Let's go ahead and look down into our weekly, and as you can see, that 41.41 level, the reason it's such a big level in my opinion is because it was that outside week down that we had. We opened up, pushed above these previous weeks, or above this balance I believe we were in at the time. Yeah, we were in a weekly balance at the time, pushed above it, and then broke below it and closed below it, and then one time frame down 2 weeks in a row, came back into a balance, and now we've been one time framing up, taking out previous weekly highs, setting higher highs, higher lows on the weekly 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row. This month or this week so far is an inside week. We're looking to continue the one-time framing up, taking out last week's high at 41.0925, which just so happens to be our daily high as well, or our daily balance high, excuse me. So we get above that, we'll look to continue this one-time framing up on the weekly, getting above this 41.41 intermediate level, and then potentially getting the weekly gap up here at 4,200 and then my monthly balance high. So weekly, inside week, looking to come out of the inside week just like we are on our inside month. Let's go ahead and get down into our nitty gritty daily. And now we've gone from a 3-day balance to a 4-day balance. Nothing's changed. We're attempting to find acceptance above the 200, the 50, and the 20. As you can see here, all those things are intersecting right here on our ES. I'll show you the SPY here in a second. It's a little bit different. They're just now starting to converge, but here for the ES continuous contract on TOS, we've already converged and started the crossover. So a lot of things happening right here. Coming into the Fed tomorrow will determine a lot. As you can see, we are now in a 4-day balance. We're going to rename this here a 4-day balance. We're in a 4-day channel, however you want to look at it, 4-day range, whatever floats your boat. In the market world, we call it, or the profile world, we call it balance. So we've gone from one time framing up to balance, held our balance low, looking to test our balance high coming tomorrow, to take it out, get above that 41.41 level, and then there's nothing until that daily high from August 26th and where the gap starts at 42.06. So that's what we're looking for right now. Coming into the Fed tomorrow, we're looking to see what we do. Do we come out balanced to the upside? Do we come out balanced to the downside? Is it non-event? And continue to chop inside this range until we get more directional move in the market. So far, higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, potential higher low. Is the trend changing for 2023? And if so, is it going to be like it was pre-2020, where the market just had a slow grind up each and every single day as shorts just constantly got smacked around? Potential. That's what occurred today. Let's go ahead and break down our 30-minute time frame. Oh, before I forget, I wanted to look at SPY, the ETF. Let's look at that. You can see they're just now starting to converge, whereas us on the ES, we had already converged in the 20s, starting to get above the 200. So curling up here, a lot of MGI, a lot of market generated information coming to play here in the market. Depending on how we look at tomorrow, what the Fed does determines a lot on how we come out of this balance. Could this be just a massive bear flag? Right? You know what I mean? Could this potentially be a massive bear flag? Oh, and this just be a large head fake, right? Potentially. That could happen. That's one scenario, right? It's a large bear flag. We fail, big head fake. Buyers get smacked. Shorts start to step in. We break the trend down and continue down lower to set new lows on the year. That's one scenario. Or do we break out? This is the real deal, and we go back up, start taking out previous month's highs, and start a trend change in our monthly. That's what we're looking for here, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, we're going to trade what's in front of us, and what is in front of us is right here on the 30-minute time frame. We trade the intraday, and as you can see, I already got a couple points up here for you guys. Something I took a screenshot of and wanted to demonstrate on my Twitter. Wanted to kind of show people on there what I was looking for when I got into a position in F period. Before we get into that, let me take that off and just show you the profile in of itself. So today we opened up near the low, right? 40.36 is where we opened up. The overnight had a pretty large sell-off. Actually got below yesterday's low, but we ended up opening up inside of today's range or the previous day's range. So you can see here, oh, that is ugly. Why do I do that every time? Anyway, as you can see, our overnight low was way down here at what was that? 4,007 was our overnight low. 4,007 was right into that last set of single prints back from the other day on the 25th before we found a bid, reversed, came back, and then we opened up inside of the previous day's range near that value low. Near value low, so we opened up near the previous day's low. I remember saying yesterday, if we could not take out previous day's low, we would rotate up higher and look to test the afternoon rally high that we had in H period from yesterday at 40.57, 50, 57.50. And sure enough, we came up, tested that level, got above it. We struggled a little bit, but we did get above it, find acceptance above it, and then we grinded higher the rest of the day. We had a set of single prints that appeared in B after we had a reversal bar. B initially started one time framing down by taking out A's low. Then it reversed because it could not get the previous day's low or the balance low. Shorts covered, buyers stepped in, momentum buying stepped in. We had a reversal bar, create a set of single prints in B period. Initially, or rather, a short position is what was created here. So as we pulled back into it later in C period, we found bids as shorts were in there, sellers were in there covering their positions, buying the market back up, and pushing us higher by taking out the initial balance high. So right out the gate, buyers had the open. They had value. They didn't have value. Nobody had value initially. Value was unchanged, and then eventually got overlapping to higher. But we did end up one time framing up later in C period. We got the overnight high in C period. We got single prints that began in B period, and then we had a small set in C, and then eventually filled in D period. So there's the afternoon rally high. We pushed up. Like I said, we couldn't get the previous day's low. We pushed up, got the afternoon rally high. I'd actually taken shorts against that afternoon rally high in D period as tempo to the upside was starting to slow, and I didn't think we'd hold the single prints in C period. So I had got short in D against C's high, looking to fill the set of single prints. And sure enough, we did. I got my entry in around 58.60, so just above the afternoon rally high. As I was saying yesterday's video, that if we did push up against the afternoon rally high, I would look to take a short against that to maybe rotate back down, see if we found any responsive sellers. And first few times we did find responsive selling in that area. So I was short 58.60s. Meaning I was selling there, and then we rotated in and eventually filled the set of single prints. They filled at 53.75. I got out of my trade at 54. And we did end up filling the set of single prints as I was anticipating, and then even got a little bit lower uh, by a few ticks, but overall it was a good trade there. And then I decided to get long after filling the set of single prints. I got long, looking to see if we'd find responsive buying there because you don't want to see us take back B period single prints. So I was looking to get just a responsive bounce out of it. And then I took it off for like a small 2 point gain. Nothing major. Uh, because tempo really to the upside. Like I said, it's been a slow grind. Nothing was going on. Took a short in E period, and that was the last short of the day. As I was looking for us just to rotate back down to POC, look for us to rotate down into point of control, which at the time was at B's high, or not B's high, yeah, B's high rather. So I was looking to short against D's high to rotate down into this level here at B. So I was looking, and you can see right here where I have sell at POC, right? So initially point of control was right here early on the day at B's high. So I was looking to sell so we could rotate back into that point of control where business between buyers and sellers were doing well, pretty happy there. Um, so that was a good short uh, two lot there. Got out for some pretty good gain, and then decided, you know what? I didn't get lucky on that short. That was anticipated to pull back, but if we didn't get much more below it, so showing buyers were still strong. They had a lot of things in their favor. They were still holding one set of single prints, had a lot more in their favor. And we had just created a 4 wide point of control near the high of day. So that is another thing in buyers' favors. So after I got in short, I was looking for an afternoon pullback long or afternoon pullback low setup, which is what you see here demonstrated on my chart. So I was looking for F to open up, pull back, take out E's low, and potentially pull back near C's low and get into the set of single prints. And then I had my stop loss where at the time half back was right around 49. So I was looking to buy anywhere near 50 on the pullback, add all the way down into the 49 level, and then have my stop slightly below 49, around 48, 47, risking 3 to 5 points to potentially gain 4 to I guess I should have waited. And 10, you'll see what I mean here in a minute. So I bought on this pullback, entering against, so I was looking to find responsive buyers here because we broke it. Sellers were happy. Uh, Basically, what caused the liquidation was D and E period, buyers up here. Anybody that was buying in this range, what they were not getting paid very well because we weren't getting very much extension on a new high. So every time we popped to a new high, we sold off. Every time we popped to a new high, we sold off. So knowing they'd give it up, we rotated, took out some stops, which caused a little bit of liquidation. That liquidation got and that inventory got absorbed by me and anybody else that was waiting in the grass like a bunch of lions waiting for the predator or waiting for their prey. We hopped on it, took it back up. I exited here where it says sell here at POC to secure some profits. So I secured some profits around 54. I had a two lot on at 52 and at 51. So quite literally bottom ticked it because I had resting bids sitting there waiting for it to pull back. And I had some below but never hit those. So as we bounce back up, I took my two lot off right here at 54 for a really nice gain. However, we ended up having a lot more momentum and pushed to the upside as F was a reversal bar and set a new high on the day up here at 62.75. So you could have, had I been smart, had I been a better trader, or had taken full advantage of this trade, I would have sold maybe one position here, seen if we pulled back, maybe took another lot, and then hold to rotate back up near the high of day. Because usually, whenever we have an afternoon pullback low and a set of single prints below it, textbook, you tend to see the high of day more often than not. So I should have seen that set up, should have taken more advantage of it. We'll look to do that in the future, but right now, we'll take what we can get. Overall, it was a really good trade. Anybody that bought there, you got paid on the new high of day and then the grind up to the high of day G through M. So that was it for my trading. Did really well on the day. Finished up about 560 on the day overall on the few trades I did take. Let's go ahead and label everything here. And then as you can see, we had a grind to the highs here. H, I, J, K, L, and M. And M period just absolutely ripped everybody's face off as it was in a month rally there. J, K, L. Oop. L period. Why do I keep naming everything L? That's K. Curly, Larry, and Mo. So we go out with Mo having a price probe. Let me get rid of all this stuff here. Boom. All right. So we go out with today's low, a set of single prints, our afternoon pullback low textbook here in F period. We go out with a price probe, took out the previous day's high. We are still in balance. Just because we took out that high does not mean anything. Our balance high is up here at Friday's high at 4109.25. We got with the price probe here at 74.75. So the most bullish thing that buyers are going to be looking for is to find acceptance above that price probe. So meaning we're opening up above L's high tomorrow. If we open up above L's high tomorrow, we should have a pretty good odds favor pushing up, taking out today's high, and then potentially getting to our balance high. However, Fed tomorrow at 2 o'clock can change everything. But initially opening, we want to find acceptance above our price probe here. And this is a true price probe as it was a pretty massive rally late in end period. So we got our price probe, we've got our high a day. High day 23. We got our single prints already marked. Let's go ahead and mark our afternoon pullback low here at 51. I still can't believe I bottom ticked that. That's crazy. I don't buy bottoms, I create them. Imagine. That'd be awesome. All right, afternoon pullback low. Textbook, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, just because we have the set of single prints below. Afternoon pullback low. And then we have our low of day here at 33.25. All right, so let's go over some if then statements. If, oh, and it was a double distribution. Triple. Double? Double. Uh, A's, the lower, A's range, A high to B's low is the lower distribution. And then C's low to L's high is the middle distribution. And then L's high to M's high is the upper. We're going to call it a triple distribution because I'm going to call M a late distribution. So, bullish thing you want to see happen is if we open up above the price probe and we hold above it, meaning we don't touch it, uh, you should see us rotate up and take out the previous day's or today's high at 40.91.25 and then gun it for 41.09.25. However, if we open up inside, cannot take out the high day, we take out our price probe, you'll look to rotate down into uh, where business was happy here at 40.59 and then potentially down into the set of single prints below at 40.50. I'm not going to ignore the 40.51 afternoon pullback low, but because it is so close to set of single prints, if we get that, likelihood of us getting into the single prints are pretty good. We have more supply, then you'll look to see us rotate into the lower distribution and trade down here. However, if we open up below the price probe, see us chop around inside of this 40.74 to 40.51 range a good portion of the day until the Fed. And just real quick, I just cannot reiterate the importance of having one good trade in your arsenal, such as this afternoon pullback low. Things of this can make or break your year. You could trade nothing but this type of setup for the entire year, like that afternoon rally high. In yesterday's session, we had the afternoon pullback low, and today's session, just trading that one type of trade each and every day could really bring in some bread for you. Uh, I'm just upset I didn't take full advantage. Did make good on it. Seen the market well. Did well. And I'm thankful for it. However, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a good evening. Could please leave a like, comment below what you might want to look at. Tomorrow I plan on reviewing our DraftKings swing. Give you guys an update on how that is going. Once again, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one.